I am highly sensitive myself, and while my own sensitivity could seem to threaten my objectivity, it does mean that I know the trait from the inside, which has been useful given that sensitivity involves so much non-observable behavior. Further, being a psychotherapist who gradually became a specialist in treating sensitive patients, I have thousands of hours of clinical experience working with this group. I also have as many hours teaching, interviewing, and consulting with the larger non-clinical population of highly sensitive persons, allowing me to compare the two. I have tried to use all of this material as objectively as possible, and being a skeptical type myself, there is an equal chance that I have been overly conservative. Using this book. The ideas presented in this book should be equally useful, whatever your theoretical orientation. I have tried to avoid advocating a particular overall approach, even if my own approach may show through at times. Its suggestions could become homework in brief cognitive behavioral therapy or insights gradually gained for use in longer-term psychodynamic work. Illustrations are more often of complicated long-term patients, assuming you do not need as many examples of working with those only needing counseling about the trait. The cases are composites, and thus names are pseudonyms. I have wondered if this solution is quite right, given that a composite creates a person who might never exist. But perhaps all clinical descriptions have that problem. Please notice the appendices. While at first it seemed sensible to begin with the research, it also felt wrong to force readers at the outset to digest several chapters of what might not interest them. Therefore, the details of the research are presented in Appendix C. Chapter 2 on assessment seemed to require some mention of the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM, categories, how sensitivity might be mistaken for various disorders, and how a patient's sensitivity might change the look of some disorders. But it too seemed likely to be a burdensome beginning, so that material became Appendix B. Terminology. High sensitivity. Sensitivity and sensory processing sensitivity are used interchangeably. However, sensitive person refers to someone who is part of the group of all highly sensitive persons in the general population, and sensitive patient refers to someone in the subset of those who seek psychotherapy. That distinction is important,